Hey, my lovelies, mega congratulations if you're here watching this and you're at lesson 100. Give yourself a big, huge hug from me and just know that this is truly, truly a milestone, in your life. Sitting for 100 lessons, one a day on your path to peace. I want to sing, congratulations and celebrations. I really am truly happy for you. Okay, so let's take a moment, drop in, say well done to yourself, and just connect in with your breath. Whatever way your own natural breath is coming, I invite you now to go a little deeper with it. Visualize that breath going down into all your internal organs, filling them with new life force energy. And as you exhale, just letting go of all the old. Release and let go. Release and let go. We begin this day in gratitude. We open our hearts and we surrender to love. We ask love to lead the way through the minutes and the hours of this new day. We welcome joy and fun and abundant prosperity. We recognize that all encounters are wholesome and that all experiences can be met with an open heart that is anchored in the truth, that you are love, that you are one, and that you are free. We release these words and so we let it be. You see, all this excitement has got to me that you're at lesson 100. So lesson 100 is, I am indeed essential to God's plan. I'm important. I'm meant to be here. There's a beautiful poem by Hafiz, and it says, the place that you are right now, God has circled on a map for you. You're so supposed to be here. Just as God's child completes its creator, so your part in salvation completes your creator's plan. Salvation must reverse the mad belief in separate thoughts and separate bodies, which lead separate lives and go their separate ways. One function shared by separate minds unites them in one purpose, for each one of them is equally essential to them all. God's will for you is perfect happiness. Why should you choose to go against God's will? Why would you not want perfect happiness? The part that God has saved for you to take in working out God's plan is given you, that you might be restored to what God wills. This part is as essential to God's plan as to your happiness. Your joy must be complete to let God's plan be understood by those to whom God sends you. So remember, when we surrender into love, we go where we're sent. We go wherever God sends us. They will see their function in your shining face and hear God calling to them in your happy laugh. Remember, you're not being asked to go knock on doors, you're asked to shine. That's what you're being asked to do, to simply shine your light brightly. You are indeed essential to God's plan. Without your joy, God's joy is incomplete. Without your smile, the world cannot be saved. While you are sad, the light that God appointed as the means to save the world is dim and lustreless, and no one laughs because all the laughter can but echo yours. You are indeed essential to God's plan, just as your light increases every light that shines in heaven, so your joy on earth calls to all the minds to let their sorrows go and take their place beside you in God's plan. God's messengers are joyous, and their joy heals sorrow and despair. They are the proof that God wills perfect happiness for all who will accept their source's gifts as theirs. So, don't you want to be the one to uplift? Don't you want to be a lighthouse? Don't you want to be the one that brings joy into a room? We will not let ourselves be sad today. For if we do, we fail to take the part that is essential to God's plan as well as to our vision. Sadness is the sign that you would play another part instead of what God has assigned to you. Thus, do you fail to show the world how great the happiness God wills for you, and so you do not recognize that it is yours. Now I'm going to pause here for a moment, because if you are feeling sad today, just acknowledge it. Acknowledge that you're feeling sad. Also acknowledge that happiness is available to you, but only by allowing yourself to feel the sadness. So we're not wanting to spiritually bypass, but we are recognizing that there is something else available to us when we fully meet this feeling that is moving through us. And it's simply moving through and moving on by. And I have said that before, that emotions are energy in motion. We don't need to get into a fight with the energy. We simply need to acknowledge it, feel it, and let it move on by. But beneath that is always the happiness. It's always there. It's always available. And these things are just whoosh, and just let them move through you. Today, we will attempt to understand joy is our function here. If you're sad, your part is unfulfilled, and all the world is thus deprived of joy along with you. God asks you to be happy, so the world can see how much God loves God's child, and wills no sorrow to rise and abate God's child, and wills no fear to harass the child or to disturb its peace. You are God's messenger today. You bring God's happiness to all you look upon, God's peace to everyone who looks on you and sees God's message in your happy face. It's making me smile already. We will prepare ourselves for this today in our 5-minute practice periods by feeling happiness arise in us according to our Creator's will and ours. Begin the exercises with the thought today's idea contains. Then realize your part is to be happy. Only this is asked of you or anyone who wants to take his place among God's messengers. Think what this means. You have indeed been wrong in your belief that sacrifice is asked. You but receive according to God's plan, and you never lose or have to sacrifice or die. And with this, you can also fake it until you make it. So I would invite you to go out into the world today, going about your business, whatever it is that you're going to be doing, and to literally smile at every single person that you meet. And just notice what happens, both for you and for the person that you're smiling at. Now let us try to find that joy that proves to us and all the world God's will for us. It is your function that you find it here and that you may find it now. For this you came. Let this one be the day that you succeed. Look deep within you, undismayed by all the little thoughts and foolish goals you pass as you ascend to meet the holy child of God in you. It will be there, and you can reach it now. What could you rather look upon in place of it? Who waits that you may look on it? What little thought has power to hold you back? What foolish goal can keep you from success when the one who calls to you is God's self? So basically, don't let anything get in the way of this. Commit to this. The Holy Child is there. You are essential to its plan. You are its messenger today, and you must find what it would have you give. So asking again, like I always say, what would you have me do? Like literally, What would your holy self have you do right now? Do not forget the idea for today between your hourly practice periods. It is yourself who calls to you today, and it is the innocent child of God you answer every time you tell yourself you are essential to God's plan for the salvation of the world. So knowing your holiness, knowing your importance, and again, as I always say, like, just knowing that your beauty adds to the beauty of the world. Your light adds to the light of the world. So don't dim it. Don't be mean with it. As my teacher would say, don't be stingy with the mustard. Be generous with it. Give it out. Share it with the world. So we'll pause just to rest into this and, to own it. To own that you're essential to God's plan. To own your value, to own your importance, and to truly own your light. When you're ready, gently bringing your awareness back, celebrating your achievement at getting to lesson 100 and shining your light bright today as you move through the world.